What is actually going on with the weather this year? I mean, it is just so weird. Like, I know that we're approaching fall. I know we're approaching, the colder months, but it's been since the 4th of July that the intense rain has been hitting America. Like, it's hit Texas, it's hit Carolina, north and south, and now it's hitting Illinois. I think it might have hit Illinois already. Like, this just isn't normal for this time of year. Like, it's meant to be, sunny, hot. Like, this is meant to be the last sort of bit of summer. Like, where's the sun gone? Oh my God. Mate, what the hell happened? Oh my God.
Tornado hit up there. I was the first one on the scene to get the kill. And when I tell you news...
Se metió el agua en su casa, ¿verdad?
No, ¿qué? Lo que pasa es que quería...
Jeez. I mean, this is going to have some serious damage, this property. This water's going to get everywhere.
una piscina en mi sala.
On Saturday, August 16th, and into the early morning of Sunday, August 17th, Illinois was struck by a prolonged and destructive storm system. For nearly 17 hours, waves of severe thunderstorms moved across the state, producing wind gusts of up to 70 miles per hour and rainfall so heavy that neighborhoods and major roadways were inundated.
Jeez.
More than 200,000 people lost power as trees came down. Streets were blocked.
When we see like flooding like that, where's the drainage? Like, is the drainage all full or something? Like, why isn't the water getting displaced, like moved?
And emergency crews worked through the night. By daybreak, the damage was widespread. In Mount Prospect, a powerful burst of wind tore part of the roof from an apartment building, forcing dozens of residents out.
Wow, look at what happened to the roof.
In Chicago, viaducts filled with water until cars were submerged and basements flooded. And in towns from Belvedere to Lysol, straight-line winds damaged homes and crushed vehicles. This was not a brief thunderstorm, but a long-lived system that left a clear trail of damage across northern Illinois.
I mean, what made the tree? Like, is that maybe wind, intense wind? Driving in this condition would be horrible. Like, you could barely see. Like, he's having to like get his windscreen wipers like full speed.
The sequence of impacts tells the story. The first round of storms developed late Saturday afternoon in northern Illinois. Belvedere was among the hardest hit. Emergency crews logged more than 50 calls as winds snapped utility poles and ripped trees out of the ground. Local reports documented crushed vehicles, damaged homes, and blocked public roads. Fire officials confirmed that the damage was consistent with a powerful microburst, a sudden downdraft capable of producing tornado-strength winds without rotation. As that system moved east, Mount Prospect was struck by another microburst. The violent burst of wind peeled away a section of roof at an apartment complex near Huntington Commons Road. Water poured into hallways as pipes ruptured, and debris damaged vehicles in the parking lot. Dozens of residents were forced to evacuate, and the building was deemed uninhabitable. Later in the evening, a much larger complex of storms organized and swept through northeastern Illinois into the early hours of Sunday.
I mean, guys, we can agree that this kind of weather isn't normal for this time of year, right? I know that Illinois probably gets its fair amount of rain, but not in the middle of August.
Between about 2 and 3:30 in the morning, a swath of damaging winds extended from Algonquin, Illinois, southeast into St. John, Indiana.
Oh no, wow. Es fuerte el viento.
Yo, I never seen a storm this bad. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. Damn, this tornado, bro. This tornado.
Wow. I mean, it kind of looks like a tornado, doesn't it? It does kind of look like a tornado.
Personal weather stations recorded gusts up to 67 miles per hour, while spotters confirmed numerous downed trees and power lines across McHenry, Kane, DuPage, and Will counties. In Algonquin, a large tree crushed 3 cars. In Cary and Palatine, limbs snapped onto homes and blocked roads. These were straight-line winds, widespread and intense, striking at a time of night when many were asleep. While winds caused structural damage and power outages, flooding quickly became the dominant hazard in Chicago itself. As storms regenerated on the trailing side of the wind event, rainfall rates climbed above 2 to 4 inches per hour in parts of the western and southern metro. A weather station near Oswego reported just over 6 inches of rain in less than 12 hours, with more than 5 inches falling between 3 and 7 in the morning. Streets and viaducts on the southwest side of Chicago, including Archer Heights and Gage.
I mean, this just this looks like poor planning. Like, where are the drains, man? Like, why is the water just sitting there? Or do you think I'm being a bit harsh here? Like, it feels like there shouldn't be this amount of water just sitting there.
Park filled rapidly. At West 47th Street and South Archer Avenue, multiple vehicles were stranded underwater. The Stevenson Expressway was temporarily closed at Pulaski as water pooled across lanes. Social media showed homeowners bailing out basements that had filled to waist level in some neighborhoods. The flooding came on top of major power outages. At the peak of the storm, ComEd reported more than 200,000 customers without electricity across northern Illinois.
Wow.
By Sunday night, officials said 90% of service had been restored, but tens of thousands remained without power into Monday morning, especially in areas where trees brought down poles or blocked access.
Oh my god.
We get a cloud. Holy whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Dude,
Wow, this is
the whole sign
crazy.
fell.
Transportation and daily life were also disrupted. O'Hare International Airport issued a temporary ground stop during the evening storms.
Anyone in Illinois, like, was it this bad? Like, is it as bad as it looks? Because it looks severe. Like, it almost looks like, mini tornadoes have happened. Did you get caught up in it? How are things going? You didn't get any sort of like real property damage, did you?
Delaying hundreds of flights. In McHenry County, 70-mile-per-hour winds knocked down trees from Fox River Grove through Woodstock, cutting power and blocking roads. Farther south, Romoville and Lisle saw widespread wind damage, with vehicles trapped by downed limbs and streets closed to allow emergency crews through. The sheer variety of impacts, flooded homes, damaged infrastructure, and smashed cars, underscored how wide the footprint of this storm really was. Experts are clear on the causes. The National Weather Service Chicago office explained that an extremely hot and humid air mass built over Illinois during the day on Saturday. Heat index values of 100 to 105 created a highly unstable atmosphere. When the first storms developed, they tapped into that instability and quickly grew severe. As evening progressed, the storms consolidated into a mesoscale convective system, capable of maintaining strength for hours. That structure produced both a corridor of destructive winds and, as it slowed and regenerated, the torrential rains that triggered flash flooding.
God, this flash flooding. I feel like we've heard flash flooding, on repeat for the last 6 weeks. Like, ever since 4th of July, when it first hit Texas. Just constantly flash flooding.
Local officials in Belvedere and Mount Prospect confirmed that microbursts were the drivers of the most severe damage in their towns, which fits with the meteorological analysis that straight-line winds, not tornadoes, define this event.
Okay.
The question now is what comes next for Illinois residents. The National Weather Service warned that another round of storms was possible Monday afternoon and evening, with damaging winds and flash flooding again possible, particularly along and south of major interstate corridors.
Whoa! Oh my God! That was deafening. Oh my God, those houses. Imagine trying to sleep through that. Imagine you've got like a shift in like 4 hours and you're desperately trying to get some sleep.
Horrible. Y todas mis ventanas son de cristal, de vidrio. Miren nada más. Miren nada más. Se nos ha caído el letrero, bendito.
In addition, forecasters highlighted dangerous swimming conditions along Lake Michigan as winds and waves built in the wake of the weekend storms. Beyond that, the weather pattern is expected to shift midweek toward cooler, drier, and less humid conditions, which will give communities a chance to recover. In the meantime, officials advise residents to document any storm damage, contact insurance providers, and dispose of water damage materials quickly to prevent mold growth. Cities like Mount Prospect and Belvedere are coordinating with the American Red Cross and other agencies to assist displaced residents, while Chicago is monitoring neighborhoods that experience flooding both in July and again this weekend. ComEd crews are working street by street to complete restoration.
God, you could barely see anything. It's so like the wind is just moving so quickly. It's almost like a fog.
And drivers are urged to continue avoiding
Oh, the
flooded
bin.
underpasses and treating intersections with non-functioning traffic lights as four-way stops. This is for today's report. If you found it
Wow. This weather is crazy. I know some of you will be saying, Kabir, this is not that abnormal. This kind of thing happens, you know. It feels odd because, you know, without trying to sound like a broken record, July, like Independence Day is when this all kicked off. And I would never associate, and you would never associate July with heavy rain, especially somewhere like Texas. You know, Texas, I was there in April and it was super hot. And I was told it just gets hotter throughout the summer. So this kind of weather, I don't know whether it's global warming or climate change or whatever it is. What do you guys think? I don't know what to think at this point, really. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.